I decided to make this video in honor of my first subscriber to my channel. Thank you, whoever you are. This is a Polar Cub. It's an 8-inch fan. This is maybe the first fan I've ever worked on and restored, and I had some trouble with it. I'm a novice at this, and what I can say is I learned a lot doing this project. For example, I did not know what a brushed motor was. Now I know a lot more, but I'll kind of talk you through some of the issues I had with this little guy. You know, I found it on eBay, and I really wanted a fan with these nice brass blades, and it was being sold in as-is condition. The seller mentioned that there was a lot of smoke coming out when it was turned on, and I definitely found that to be true when it arrived. So this Polar Cub is what's called a dime store fan. It's not a super sophisticated fan, but it's still very nice. The patent on this fan says 1921, so it should be probably in the 1920s that this fan came out. So yeah, this is what the fan looked like when it first arrived. It wasn't in terrible shape, but it did need a little bit of work. It was missing the badge, the cords were pretty old, and the issue that was mentioned was the smoke, and that was the biggest problem, the first thing I had to solve. So I had read that maybe the brushes needed to be replaced. I tried to find ones that would fit, and I could not find any of the right size. I don't have any sophisticated equipment for grinding them down, so I was having a lot of trouble with that. And the solution that actually worked for me was to keep the original brushes, but what I noticed was the springs were rather weak, and basically I needed to replace the springs, or at least tighten them up to make sure that both brushes were making good contact on the inside. Yeah, you can see here in the back is where those brushes are. They're behind these little brass caps. There's two of them. They're made out of graphite. And now when the fan turns on, it definitely does not produce a lot of smoke. It does still heat up quite a bit. It's kind of noisy, but it definitely doesn't have the issue of creating a lot of smoke. And what I'll do now is I'll plug it in and show the fan working. You can have it on for a bunch of minutes and you won't see any smoke come out. Here are a few more close-up shots of the fan. Besides the electrical work, I replaced the wires, put a new plug on there. I did not repaint the base or the chassis. I did repaint the cage, and I ended up having to glue it in a few places. Don't have the ability to weld, so I used JB Weld, and it's holding. It took a few tries, but it's holding now. I also polished the blades a little bit and put a little bit of car wax on them just to keep them from tarnishing especially quickly. Probably have to redo that at some point because I don't think that's a long-term solution. Still, I think the fan looks really nice. You can see some of the paint isn't perfect. Probably could use some touch-up or possibly being redone. Well, there she is. Thanks for watching.